Hello and welcome to episode 171 of the Paropod. You're here with your hosts Mark and Owen yet again. We're back, and this week we're going to be talking about the film Dead Man's Letters, singular, which is an interesting movie from the 1990s, Russian movie by a guy called Lopushansky, and yeah. Basically, in the post-nuclear apocalyptic world, an old professor nearing death takes shelter in a basement and writes letters to his son, who has gone missing in the war. So that's a quite a grim, quite a grim movie for grim times, I would say. But we're going to be back talking about that in about an hour. Before that, we have a few other items on our list.
So many.
We got a good bit cooked up for this episode.
Before we get into movies, Mark,
Uh-huh.
I have a story to tell.
You have a story? Okay, far away.
So, we were in Derry, and out on a night out for someone's birthday. Happy birthday, Patrick, once again. And I'm at the bar, and these girls come up, and they're recording each other, and they're going 6'7", 6'7". I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Classic.
And then they turn to me, and they go, you do it. And I was like, no.
Wait, what age are these people?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You've no idea.
They're like, I'm in an over 18s bar, so I presume over 18. I presume.
Just over 11-year-olds. In Derry, there's no laws.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was like, no. And they're like, do it. And I was like, no, I'm too old for that.
I'm too old.
It's like, I don't know what to say. I just don't want to do that. And then they go, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Dublin. And one of them just goes, oh, the Dubliners too cool to do 6'7". And I did it then. I was like, well,
You did it.
I got bullied. I was like, I'm gonna have to do this now.
Did they have a gun? Did they?
Oh yeah, they're like, don't do it. Do the bit. Do the roar. It was fucking awful. And they recorded me. I was like, oh god.
They recorded you doing that. That's
the whole interaction was recorded. I was like, I think if they watched it over, they just saw the life drain from my eyes as they said the Dubliners too cool to do 6'7". I was like, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That's like low-level Epstein stuff. That's going to come up in like 20 years. We have that video, man.
Oh yeah.
We had that video of the bar. Remember those people bumped into? That was us.
Like, take a seat. Why did you 6'7" these 16-year-olds? Did you know?
I'm on camera saying I don't know.
I said I was too old, man. They insulted me and I had to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's intimidating.
It is.
It's intimidating.
Especially in that accent as well. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, miss.
That actually, they could have been with anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone up there.
Yeah.
The Dubliners too cool.
The Dubliners too cool.
It's like, you're not even fucking pronouncing the words right.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Fuck off. But, no, Derry's cool, and Derry's a nice time, and
We love Derry.
We like Derry. Derry's a good vibe. 1 second, dog is whining to get back in.
Is that the dog? Is it?
Up you get.
Hello.
Yeah, the dog is back in the room. All over, Mark.
Hello.
Come on, take that. And we're locked in for episode 171. Mark, what have you been watching?
Well, I watched Wuthering Heights.
Okay.
Wuthering Heights. I'll start with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start with that one.
We've actually loaded like new movies and then like one of the oldest movies ever made.
Yeah, it's quite strange. Yeah, this would be mostly like a new movie episode, which is
A rare
yeah. But yeah, Wuthering Heights, I watched that. It became available, and I heard various things about it. A lot of mixed reviews.
I haven't heard one positive.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, but as in, I've heard reviews where it's like, it's all right at certain things. Or the negative reviews are all negative in a way that I don't really care about. Like to put it in like a.
I don't care that Jacob Elordi's white.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it's like who cares, man? Like it doesn't matter. Or like there was a complaint that there's not enough like banging in the movie.
That is a problem.
Is that a problem for you? Have you seen this movie?
No, I haven't seen it. I've been kind of wanting to watch it. It's like I just like didn't hear anything in the positive side that piqued my interest.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched it yet.
But I think everyone kind of expected that it wasn't going to be incredible, you know?
Oh, I knew it was gonna be kind of shit because
Yeah.
Emerald Fennel.
Yeah.
I don't think has made a good movie. So
Yeah, and like Margot Robbie is she's great actress, but like I feel like a lot of actors when they get to her level of fame, like they're producing movies and all, and she produces this movie. It's like most of those movies aren't very good. Like they're usually like they're producers because they're very powerful actors, but like they're still basically they're producing in the fashion of the people that produce them when they're making the Avengers or whatever the fuck.
yeah,
You know?
I also don't know like Margot Robbie like recent films. I don't know if this. Well, she obviously did Barbie, but yeah, that's a few years ago now. I don't know what else she's done.
Yeah, yeah. I just didn't trust it, but we watched it, and it's an interesting movie. The story of Wuthering Heights. Well, actually, I wasn't very familiar with the story at all.
I know we did that in college, and
I don't remember any of it.
yeah, I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, but yeah,
When people were giving out about Jacob Elordi being white, I was like, because I knew that I'd read the book, and I was like, that character was black. I don't remember that. I don't remember any. I don't remember any of the story of Wuthering Heights.
I thought he was supposed to be
or like Romanian.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to be like Roma.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a very American comment, I think, from what I've gathered, or it's like an American complaint, more so. But like, the movie apparently does deviate significantly from the book in certain respects. Respects that I've never forgotten. I looked up after I watched the movie. But the basic story is the same. It's this rich family, the Earnshaws, they take in some like random like street kid, and then he grows up in the riches of this manor and this mansion, and like, he's very close with the daughter, and then over time the family kind of goes in a downhill slant. The daughter fucks off trying to marry into a richer family that's moved in next door, kind of the new money, in that period of English history, and the old street kid becomes embittered because he's in love with the daughter, and he goes off and it's very mysterious, and he somehow becomes very wealthy, and he comes back, and this whole thing is about him being extremely obsessed with Cathy. That's her name, isn't it? Yeah, Heathcliff and Cathy. Yeah, so he's obsessed with her, and
entire time you've been talking, I've just been hearing that Kate Bush song.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Like I knew, all their names are burned into my head, and like the various images associated with the book.
Just marshland and yearning.
yeah, and the wailing of the song. But the other stuff was all kind of new to me. And like the film it's well shot. It looks cool. You know, like Emerald Fennel, like Saltburn was like, what,
it's a good looking movie.
Yeah, it's a good looking movie. Like when it gets to the point where it's Heathcliff basically stalking Cathy and trying to track her down, and like just like diving into his obsession with her, and their kind of mutual obsession. It is extremely horny in like a weird, like S&M kind of way.
Okay,
which is weird, and like not really in the book apparently.
Yeah, no. I think it's way more like romantic than that.
Yeah, but I think he's very stalkerish anyway. It's like it's a very old book.
Well, the dude literally got rich just to prove a point.
And he bought her gaff.
Yeah.
Just to.
He did the that CeeLo Green song.
Yeah, he did the Forget You.
Forget You.
Yeah.
Right? I will never forget you, Cathy.
Yeah. So like it gets into a really weird erotic space.
But it's not a graphic movie, is it?
Not really, no.
It's like, I know there's like finger sucking or something like that. There's some form of.
There's Emerald Fennel. There's gonna be there's like one or two weird scenes like that, and there's others, like there's some kind of weird BDSM relationship that he has with the ward of Cathy's new husband, where he ends up marrying her, and they have a very strange relationship. There's a scene where basically he marries her, and he's no respect for her. He doesn't care about her at all, and he makes it very plain straight away. And she likes it because she's she's turned on by that, and so she pretends.
It's so pathetic.
Their arrangement is he like looks after. Well, he doesn't look after the house. The house is still falling apart. It's Cathy's old gaff, and he's living in the house, basically just trying to make Kathy jealous enough to to
Mhm.
defect back to his side. But the entire time he has his actual wife behaving as a dog, like on a leash, like in his house, and like she only barks. She doesn't. It's weird.
Does she actually?
She barks. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah. But like that's, I don't know what people would expect beyond, like considering what Saltburn was. You weren't going to get a movie where it was just like,
Oh,
it wasn't going to be 50 Shades of Grey,
Yeah, I didn't even think like in terms of I suppose more nuance or complexity. You also weren't gonna get that either.
No, of course not. Yeah, no way. And there's certain things like in the book, so in the movie, Kathy's new husband, basically the new money guy that moves in next door to them, it's his ward. So it's a woman that's roughly his age, but it's like he's just looking after her the same way that Kathy is kind of looking after Heathcliff,
Mm-hmm.
but she's still kind of subordinate to him. But in the book, she's his sister. But it makes more like kind of thematic sense if it's the fact that Kathy and Heathcliff grew up together,
Mm-hmm.
and then they defect, or she fucks off trying to enrich herself
Yes.
with this rich guy. It would make more sense if Heathcliff is
Going off
going
with the-
around
yeah.
the back, going off with his sister.
Yes.
And just stuff. There's weird changes, and I don't remember a lot of the changes, but I read an article afterwards, and it was listing them out, and they just seemed like very arbitrary things to change in the
Yeah,
movie.
But why would you change the brother sister dynamic?
no
Because
idea.
that would make
I've no
because
idea.
they're like Kathy and Heathcliff are like, I'm not gonna say they're brother and sister, but like they grew up
They
together.
grew up together. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just it's small things like that, which I'm not sure why the changes were made. And there's a few others I can't forget or I can't remember. But it's not a bad movie. Like it's
fine,
not a
is it?
terrible movie. It has a 2.6 or 2.7 on Letterboxd. That's unjustified.
Yeah. Well, that's just
totally unjustified. It's a 3-star movie. Like at
Yeah.
least
at least.
it deserves those extra 0.3 stars. Hello, Mabel.
Yeah, the yeah, I know. I just like even like I've heard like everyone was saying, "Oh, it's fine." It's
Yeah,
either
yeah.
fine or a 2 out of 5.
It is fun.
I haven't heard anyone say like, "Oh yeah, it's like a decent like 3.5 star film." I've heard like at most it's 3 or it's 2 stars. I'm like, that's like kind of the worst outcome. It's like just kind of mediocre at best.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's for what it is, it's fine. Like it has the whole gothic thing is kind of
It's
is well
It is
done.
like really colorful and all, isn't it?
It's colorful. It's gothic. It has the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not too long. It's not too
Yeah.
long, and
I just kind of feel like though that this movie should have been like more. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's like you hear like Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi, they're gonna do Wuthering Heights. It's gonna be super saucy and sensual, and the soundtrack will be by Charlie XCX.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's gonna sound so sick. And then like the trailers looked fucking bonkers as well, just mad colorful.
Mhm.
And then it comes out and it was like, yeah, it's all right. I'm like,
It's
oh,
all
for
right.
fuck's sake.
Yeah, I suppose they could have done
But like
more.
Saltburn was also that. To be fair, Saltburn was also like,
Saltburn was that.
it's
yeah.
like it's all right.
It's grand. Yeah, it's not bad. But people were going mental about Saltburn.
I think it's just 'cause it had a twist and people were like, whoa.
Yeah, it had the twist. It had the good music. It looked good. It was well done.
Yeah,
It was well acted.
Barry Cohen's dick at the end.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that like?
It was original. Well, original as it was a
Yeah.
it was an original movie basically.
It wasn't based off anything else except for Talented Mr. Ripley.
Yeah. Whereas this comes in with so much baggage from like one of the most famous books ever written, that like a lot of people would have read already.
Yeah.
And it's already extremely famous and like it's been made like so many other times as well. So like I think it's just because of that people don't like it as much. Like there's nothing too wrong with it, but
Yeah.
I don't have too much else to say about it.
Yeah.
In the same way, like with Saltburn, like a lot of the comments that you'd make would be like, oh well, like it's maybe not as good as people are saying.
Yeah.
In this case, it's just kind of the reverse. It's nothing groundbreaking, but like it's not too bad.
It's
not too
the
bad.
worst thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I watched The Bride,
The Bride.
which is
Yes.
the Maggie Gyllenhaal directed movie starring Oscar award-winning actress. What's her name again?
Jessie Buckley.
Jessie Buckley. Oh my god, my brain kept saying Emerald Fennell. That's the director we were just talking about. Jessie Buckley and Christian Bale. And it is a reimagining of The Bride of Frankenstein.
Mm.
I'm also going to throw in, because I also watched Frankenstein after I watched The Bride, because I was like, oh, like what is like Frankenstein like? And Frankenstein is, it's like one of the first horror movies ever made. It is good. I never stupidly I never actually watched The Bride of Frankenstein. So that's still gonna get to that.
Who cares, man?
I've seen The Bride. I've seen the remake. But Frankenstein is good, and everyone should watch it. It's on YouTube, and 70 minutes long, and it holds up. As stated, I did not watch Bride of Frankenstein, but my sister watched Bride of Frankenstein, and she told me that the titular Bride of Frankenstein actually only comes into the film in the last 5 minutes and has no dialogue. Now I don't.
You can write an essay about that.
Oh yeah, you can make a 2-hour film being like, we're gonna give that woman a voice.
Yeah.
Which is what this film is about. So this film starts with the spirit of Mary Shelley talking to the audience, being like, I'm gonna write a sequel to my famous novel Frankenstein, which is apparently actually how The Bride of Frankenstein starts. It starts the same way, where it's Mary Shelley, Percy Shelley, and Lord Byron discussing a potential sequel to Frankenstein.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what this film is doing is it's saying Maggie Gyllenhaal, I think Maggie Gyllenhaal wrote this. Let's just say it's Maggie Gyllenhaal, who's the director. Is saying 1920s America director man probably isn't the right person to be giving the voice to Mary Shelley. He's saying that this would be her work when
this is what she would have done. Yeah.
This is what she would have done. Yeah, which is like she never would have done that, and if she did, it wouldn't have been what these what was made. So this movie's like, we're gonna tell Mary Shelley's story as how she would have told it, or like not how she would have told it, but like how women tell the story, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So she inhabits or takes over or possesses the body of a woman played by Jessie Buckley, and has like split personality with her.
Mary Shelley does.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at random moments, Jessie Buckley will just start talking in a highfalutin English accent.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of have you ever seen Sunset Boulevard?
No.
The woman in that, I can't remember her name. It's kind of like that, like a 1930s or 40s,
like a Burroughs kind of accent.
Well, more so, what are you trying to do, girl? Her fucking collar got stuck, which is why she yelled. Oh my god, you okay? Fucking hell. Right. Anyway, I'm gonna have to actually edit this podcast now.
What the hell?
So she's after breaking my chair.
What?
She's after breaking my chair.
Does not go back.
No, it's not meant to go back like that. Oh, you okay? You're okay. Right. Anyway. Where the fuck was I? Mary Shelley. Anyway, so she takes over her body and she has this highfalutin accent that she flips back and forth with. She then is killed because she is a dancer in a gangster bar, and she starts like, as Mary Shelley, being like, you kill women, and so they kill her.
They kill her.
They kill her, and then Frankenstein shows up, played by Christian Bale, and
The actual Frankenstein.
the actual Frankenstein.
Yeah. How does he show up?
Right. So,
Yeah.
and from what I understand, like the story of Frankenstein is also something in this story in this world.
Yeah.
So Frankenstein shows up and he finds a doctor and he's like, I need you to make me a wife, basically.
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And so they dig up Jessie Buckley and they reanimate her and they bring her back to life. And yeah. So this film is marketed as if it was like Bonnie and Clyde going through the countryside. And I was like, that's what I want. Like, that's what I want this movie to be.
The impression I got from the trailer is it's like it's them on a crime spree, just going around like, and they're like they're kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde
Yeah.
duo. Is that what the movie is?
Kind of.
Mm.
Like, kind of. When it does that, the movie is at its best. Most of the time, it is flip-flopping back and forth between them and this, like, woman detective and man detective. And the woman detective, she's not taken seriously because she's a woman detective.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And people are like, oh, what's up, Toots? You the secretary? And she's like, no, I'm a
serious operator.
I'm a serious operator. I'm Penelope Cruz. I'm a serious detective, and so people don't take her seriously. There's a scene in this movie where they break into. They're after like, what the fuck do they do? They go into a cinema and people recognize them as like Bonnie and Clyde essentially. So they go off and start like, going on a rampage a bit.
Yeah.
And then they go into a high society party. They go into a high society party and Jake Gyllenhaal's also in this movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays a dancer that Frankenstein really likes, and he's there. And he starts talking to Frankenstein, and then Frankenstein's like, "Oh, I'm your biggest fan." He's like, "Oh, sure, whatever, bud." And so he tells him to basically fuck off, and then Frankenstein breaks into a song and dance in this party, and Jessie Buckley also takes part in this dance, and for whatever reason, people that are at the party also break out into this dance, and they all start dancing, and then the police break in, and then they're trying to shoot Frankenstein, and Jessie Buckley gets a gun, and she starts like pointing a gun at everyone, being like, "You've silenced women's voices for too long," and starts making a point about like women's voices not being listened to, which hasn't been a point in this movie up until now.
Yeah.
Like at least like to Jessie Buckley's character, and it kind of becomes a bit like Joker.
Yeah, I was thinking what you're describing kind of sounds like Joker a little bit.
Well, literally to the point where like after this point, women across America start like dressing up like Jessie Buckley's character, and hating on men and like attacking them, and taking their the acting violence upon the men that acted violence on them, and then the movie keeps going, and like the film like kind of collapses under the weight of its own like message, because it becomes like so confusing as to what exactly it's trying to say. The central point is like Frankenstein's bride chooses her own name in this movie.
Yeah.
And she's like, my name is whatever she said her name was. I
I wasn't listening to her.
I wasn't listening. So like entirely right. At one point I just checked out. I was like, I'm not enjoying this movie. But like, so the like women like taking their voice and having their voice, and then this whole side plot comes up about like the gangsters that were originally at the start of the movie that like at this stage like literally have not been in the movie for an hour and a half. It's become like the main bad guys again. And that's a whole thing. And then there's the detective side plot. And then Frankenstein's got his own thing going on. And Jesse Buckley's got something. And then
How long is this movie?
This movie's like 2 and a bit hours.
Jesus Christ.
And then they go back to the doctor. The doctor's like, "Oh, I know how to do this because my husband died and I reanimated him." And I was like, "What? Why is this coming?" And then the detective that's chased him the entire way through has been like, "You know what, Doc? You can like they both get shot and you can save them now." For whatever reason, you can bring them both back to life, and it's fine. I don't know. This movie had like 50 million things going on, and
sounds like 3 or 4 movies happening on top of each other.
Like so many different things piled on top of each other with this like feminist message that isn't coming true properly because there's so much shite going on in this movie.
There's just so much nonsense, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like, not to be like, oh, like what does the movie do this? But like every single man that comes in this movie is the biggest piece of shit. Like every single one of them either tries to like sexually assault someone or like it's just like, oh, I see what you're doing. Like, I don't know, like
to do it for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Is Frankenstein a good guy? Is he
But he's selfish because he's like, oh, I didn't care. Like he just wanted to not be alone. So he
doesn't care about Jesse Buckley's character.
He then eventually does,
Yeah.
but like he never truly cared to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a prop for him at the start.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, not a very good movie.
Sounds shy.
Yeah, it's like yeah, I just watched this like there's parts of the movie that I do like, but like there's just so much going on, and it's so confusing, and it's like, and I the Mary Shelley stuff, I really don't understand like what the fucking point of that was.
So through the entire movie, Jesse Buckley's Bride of Frankenstein is still possessed by Mary Shelley.
Yeah, every so often we'll like snap back into being Mary Shelley, and it will be like, you see me, and then starts talking like that. I was like, what? And then she snaps back to being Jesse Buckley, who's like a Chicago like 1930s woman. I don't know. Yeah, not
weird.
Yeah.
How does it compare to Frankenstein?
Frankenstein's way better. Frankenstein's 70 minutes, so automatically it's better.
Yeah.
Frankenstein is super good though. Like it's so. Like it's such a stupid thing to say, but like it's so gothic.
It just has a classic feel to it.
You know what I mean, it's so gothic.
Yeah.
But
the villagers and the castle and all that jazz.
But even like I'd forgotten like when I was watching it, I was like I'd forgotten a bunch where like I forgot that he killed the little girl and stuff like that. Do you remember that from the original? Yeah, from the book. He kills a little girl accidentally, just trying to be nice with her. Yeah, it's good, but like it is like super old. It's like it literally. I think next year or this year it's 100 years old.
Yeah. Did you watch the remake with Jacob Elordi in it?
No, I didn't. No. I also think that's like cause The Bride like bombed, because like why would you make a Bride of Frankenstein movie when you know that Guillermo del Toro is going to be making his Frankenstein movie? And also like it's just I just question like why this movie not to be like why was this movie made, but like why was this movie made?
Yeah. The timing is bizarre. Especially because like Frankenstein got nominated for, it was like Best Picture nomination as well. It was well received, and yeah, Del Toro, he's on like such a hot streak, and people are like, he's the best, he's the GOAT, or whatever.
Like Maggie Gyllenhaal hasn't really directed that much, so like
why to take that on as
you're automatically going to be prepared to Guillermo del Toro's movie.
Yeah,
like it's just like I feel like you're gonna just shooting yourself in the foot. And apparently this movie had like a huge budget as well.
Weird. Yeah.
I don't know.
Very strange. I won't have it on the list anyway.
No, I do not. Like I went to go see it because I seen the trailer and stuff like that. I was like, oh man, that looks sick. Like a bit like Wuthering Heights. Like that looks sick.
Yeah.
And then I started hearing like, oh, it's not very good. I was like, oh well, like we'll see. And then I seen everyone that I know give it 2 stars, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
But like it's an interesting 2 stars. It's not like a.
It's not a total dude.
Yeah, it's not like a oh that was like kind of like it is like oh that was kind of shy, but like it was an interesting kind of shite. So, I would think like worth Worth the watch.
Worth the watch if it's on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you'll pass, like I don't know if it'll pass. It's like fucking so long. And once I just thought, I was like, "Wow, this movie's ending." And I looked at my watch, like, "Oh my god, this is half an hour."
There's nothing worse. Nothing worse in a movie.
No,
It's only 2 hours long.
is it? Jesus, it's just so much longer.
That's
Yeah,
That's not great.
it has like one of the worst like bits I hate in a movie where it's like the woman detective, like Penelope Cruz's character, is like claiming over a crime scene because it's her job, and like the cops come and is like, "Who's the detective here?" It's like, "Me," and he's like, "But you're a woman." It's like, oh.
But that's impossible.
I was like, "This is the end of the movie. Like, come on, we get we get the point."
We've seen the last 2 hours. Yeah.
I know what the fucking point of this movie is. Come off it.
But that's good to know though. Good to know. Interesting. I know the trailer definitely looked interesting anyway.
Yeah, it just is like, it is still interesting. It's just like confusing and like, why did you make this?
Yeah. Well, what have we gone to is maybe what's the Dead Man. I'm gonna get Dead Man Shoes out of the way because like we've both seen the next one. But yeah, I seen a movie called Dead Men's Shoes, which is has Paddy Considine is his name.
What a name.
The main character. He's the main character, and it's directed by a man called Shane. That's his first name anyway.
Shane.
His name is Shane Meadows.
Yeah, Shane Meadows.
And he did This Is England as well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So it's very.
He did this before This Is England.
Yeah, this is before. This is like 2003, 2004 ish.
Yeah.
Dead Men's Shoes. I'd never seen this. I'd actually never heard of this movie. The only reason I heard of the movie is because I was looking up Dead Men's Letters, I spelled it. I put men instead of man, as I did at the beginning of this episode. So it's it all dovetails nicely.
There you go.
But yeah, have you heard this movie before?
Yeah, I've. Have you seen this movie on TikTok?
You've seen it on TikTok?
I've, like mostly, I've seen like, I know that the.
Is this another part of my series?
Yeah, unintentionally.
It's part of my TikTok series.
But, like, now I will say that like, I know that this movie is like quite grisly and.
It is, yeah.
And like,
it's intense.
I would presume, is it like violent?
Yeah.
None of the violence had come through on TikTok because I presume they can't show the level of extent of the violence that this goes to. But I have seen This Is England and I've seen his other stuff, so I was like, I can guess where the violence goes and what the violence is like.
Yeah. Because it's just a revenge movie basically, about a man who's like, it's a guy from like a small village in England, and he's off at the army, and he has a brother who has like a mental disability, and he's away for a few years, whatever it is. And while he's away, it's a small village, not many people there, and like they know a few lads around the town, but his brother is left kind of, he's without his older brother, his like, stronger, kind of like his protector. Yeah. He's away at the army, so he falls in with the local bad crowd of kind of scumbags or whatever, and he's doing drugs and stuff like that. And basically, it ends up that they like abuse him in various distasteful ways. And the movie starts off with Paddy Considine returning from wherever the fuck he was with the army. He's come back to the town, and he's just like, he's on some kind of mission. And so you get the impression of what's happened, but it's not revealed at the beginning of the movie. Like it's revealed in kind of like fragment, like flashbacks, like going up to like the last scene of the movie. It's all revealed what actually happened and why he's doing what he's doing. So a lot of the violence, so he's come back to exact revenge on all these scumbags in the town. And they're bad people because you see them doing bad things, and you know that he has a good reason for doing what he's doing, you assume, because he's the main character. But like all the violence is like completely without context. Like there's no like you don't have the exact justification. You're just like, they seem like bad guys. But in that way it's kind of like, and the violence is really, it's very grisly, very like, I don't know, it's without any, it's not glorified really. I wouldn't say it's kind of like
dirty British violence.
It's just like, it's not tasteful, It's not like, this is cool. It's kind of it kind of reminded me of Snowtown a little bit,
Yeah.
which was another movie which is about people taking revenge, and it's just like, please stop taking revenge.
Yeah.
It's like, this is really unpleasant to watch. But like, this one's a bit easier because I don't know, it has a more conventional structure, and it is quite a simple story as well. At the end of the day, it's just him coming back and like slowly taking revenge against like this fucking town of people. But yeah, like it's really it's very intense in the build up to what he's doing, and you're kind of like, there's no beating around the bush. It's not like, oh, like is he gonna go about this way, or he's just like he's just gonna go in and do it.
He's going head first,
and he's gonna take pleasure in it. And it's just like, it's kind of bizarre, and it's very predictable that way as well, because once he begins, you know what he's gonna do next,
Yeah.
and you know where the movie's gonna end up. Like, you know what the last scene is about half an hour into the movie, which is, you know, kind of annoying. But the movie is so well executed. Like, the music is amazing. The way it's directed, the way it's like framed, like the setting in like the kind of the lonely village in England, and like the landscape, and him just kind of like, he's in like his fatigues, or like his just like this army jacket, like walking around in like a lonely hill, and there's nothing around for miles, and there's like some weird folk song playing, and the way they do that, it's like, it's, you know, it's a film. It's not like my previous TikTok series films where it's just like, this is just complete, you know, it's not like the average revenge film that you think of, where it's like, this is just pure, like, I don't know, endorphins. Like, you're just getting off on the violence or whatever. This is kind of, it's a bit of a dissection of the violence, and this dissection of your enjoyment of it.
That's the funny thing. So much of like revenge movies, and I suppose that's the reason why you would chop it up, is that you get to take pleasure in the violence, because revenge gives you the justification to enjoy what you're watching.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that like it's a revenge movie where you don't really find out.
You don't know exactly what happened. You can assume, and your assumption would be completely correct.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, the movie is so predictable.
Yeah.
Like, it's extremely predictable, but still really enjoyable to watch. And yeah, it's really clever in that way, that a lot of the movies that in like this kind of genre, where it's like a critique of violence, in itself, it's like, oh, he's becoming a monster he's becoming as bad as the people that he's taking revenge on by doing this. And it's like such a cliche, like such a trope. And kind of the success, I think, of that approach is entirely based on, I don't know, kind of like your approach to it from like a directorial point of view, and then like the strength of the acting as well. Like, Paddy Considine is incredible in the movie. Like, he's very, very good.
Oh, he's a serious goer.
Yeah, he has that like kind of restrained anger the entire time. Like, you can tell he's just about to pop off constantly. But yeah, the format of it is very good. Just like the way they splice up the kind of the inciting incident is basically spliced up all the way through the movie, so you don't know what's really going on or why it's happening. And then like kind of the present day scenes are all just like, you know, just very heavy.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good movie. It's good. Like, I'd never heard of it. It was just an error. It was just I just
like,
mistyped. I was like, this looks kind of interesting. I looked it up. I was like, this sounds. I watched it on like a random day. I was off. I was like off all last week, and it was like 1 o'clock in the day. I was like, I'm gonna stick this on. I was just like lashing rain outside, and I was just like, this is so fucking great. It's just like all these people being murdered like brutally, and it ended, and it was like 3 o'clock, and I was like, what do I do now? You know, it's like, okay, I'll just.
I love when you watch a movie like that. Like, I don't know what to do the rest of my day now. Because I watched this and I don't know how to adjust back to.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking about it for a bit. I don't know if I would have thought about it as much or enjoyed it as much if I didn't have all that time. Yeah, just because I had nothing else to do, so I was just sitting there. So yeah, I came to very much enjoy it. Maybe if I'd seen it like on a work night, I'd be like, nah, fuck that, I was sure, or turned it off or something like that. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
good movie.
Have you ever seen This Is England?
No.
Okay, you should definitely give that.
This Is England, yeah.
Yeah, there's like.
That's like, is it 3 movies?
It's 3 TV shows and 1 film. But the film is the first. Like, you could just watch the film by itself and it's its own self-contained thing. but it has that like, oh man, the violence is coming in, and oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Violence is bad.
Violence is bad. Violence is not good.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's against the right people.
Yeah, unless it can be justified properly.
Yeah. Unless I watch a movie, I'm like, yeah, I feel okay with this.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I think we both watched Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
which is only out last
Couple of days.
couple of days.
Yeah, I think it came out Friday.
Mhm.
Yeah, we talked about like the book only recently because
Because you were listening to the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie's good.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better than it should be, I think.
Yeah, way better. Like, strange enough, because when I was going through beforehand, I was like, what have these directors done?
Oh yeah, Lord of Miller. It's a
Yeah,
Jump Street, Lego movie, all that. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like Cloudy Chance of Meatballs. Like, I always remember being, whatever age I was when that movie came out. I think like that movie was like 2012 or 2011, so I remember like 12 or 13. It's 2010. And being like, I don't want to watch, like, and it came on in school, and like someone was like, oh, we're gonna watch this movie, and I was like, oh, this looks so bad.
Yeah.
And then watch it, like, that movie's class. That movie's so funny.
Yeah,
so, like,
it looked so shit,
but
or it looked like
Yeah.
more childish than it was.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, I think it's just like,
It looked like it wasn't going to be as good as it was. And it's kind of like Project Hail Mary, only like that. If you look into who directed it and who was what it was based on, and like The Martian being kind of
yeah,
and what
yes,
what you had said, like
Yeah.
if I just seen that trailer, I would have been like, this is gonna be like, I'm not gonna go
yes.
see it, you know.
Because like I haven't read or listened to The Martian, but I'm gonna base the audiobook of Project Hail Mary off the film The Martian, and they're quite like similar in like how like detailed they go into the science and like the survival mechanics of like how they get there.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie really does not do that at all.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
to
wondering.
an extent.
Yeah.
Like not
There
like
wasn't a huge amount of detail.
like, you know that bit, like, we're gonna kind of like spoil a bit in this book, but like, you know the bit where he has to breed something to get lots of them.
He has to breathe.
Like
something
in the
together.
ship, he has to breed something, and that causes an issue within the ship later on.
Oh yeah.
That is like 3 chapters in the book, like him like realizing the problem with that with the thing that he has, and how he needs to make it resistant to nitrate or nitrogen,
Mm-hmm.
and then then that escalating to like the issues that it has in the ship, and like, so like that's 3
Yeah.
chapters.
It happens in the middle of a montage.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
like
movie. Yeah.
like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I made them like that. They're now immune
It's
to
fixed.
nitrogen. It's fixed. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. There's actually a massive bump on the road, but thankfully I fixed it, and we can move on to the next scene.
Yeah, thankfully we can move on to like, honestly, more interesting shit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Especially with like regard to like how this film is, because this is just lighthearted sci-fi romp. This movie, like, I thought it would be good, and then I heard that like it was getting like rave reviews.
Mm.
Like, it's like currently, I think, like the 85th best film on Letterboxd.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's too far. That's way too far. But it is a great movie though.
But
Yeah.
but I think it's one of those things where it's just like it's a 100% on Rotten, Tomatoes,
Yeah.
where it's like it does like it doesn't really do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Everything it does is good, and everything it does is correct, and it has a nice lighthearted message, and it's funny, and it's tense, and it's dramatic, and it's shot really well. It's got really good music.
Mm.
Like, I came out of it and I was like, I don't really have any complaints about that movie.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I was much maybe a bit too long. 2 hours 40.
Yeah.
Slightly too long. Also, the German woman,
Yeah.
she was annoying.
She's in Anatomy of a Fall. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that movie.
But her character, she's complaining. She's the director of this mission to save the world,
Mhm.
and then she forces Ryan Gosling to go.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're the only person who can do it," and she forces him and like drugs him. Why the fuck didn't you go? Why didn't you bother going? Is there a reason for that?
He's the scientist.
But she was with him. She's a scientist as well. She,
Yeah,
she
but
was
he's
with him the entire way.
He's the scientist, though.
He's the main character. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Well, the also reason why is because she's not the leader of Project Hail Mary. She's the leader of, we're going to deal with this, like, fucking the sun dimming down problem.
Mm.
So
right. So she's way too.
Yeah,
she's too important. To be on.
she's got, like, once he's on, it's like, right, we need to figure out what we're gonna keep doing to sort shit out on Earth, even as that's gone.
Right, yeah.
That's
that makes sense.
That's the reason why in the book, anyway.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And in the book, she's also like, oh, as soon as you leave, I'm gonna go to the Hague. They're gonna fucking kill me for this.
Yeah. But no, it's very good. Yeah, the music, the ideas, and obviously that's all from the book. But like, you know, like Rocky the alien.
Oh, man.
Is like, yeah, he's brilliant. Like the whole,
he's so cute.
The whole, and like that's the best depiction of like, you know, like a real alien kind of.
Yeah.
Because you have what was that, Arrival?
Yes.
And that was like a real alien intelligence.
Yes.
It's hard to wrap your head around. But this was like, it's not as hard to wrap your head around what he is, but it's still like a truly alien character.
Yes.
That's like, what is he?
What is this
How does he
thing?
work?
Yeah.
And it's like, they show so much and kind of explain the science behind, like the character that he is completely possible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was very, very good. Yeah, there's nothing the movie really does wrong at all, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
I do kind of wish that, like, a part of me kind of does wish it did the heavy sci-fi that's in the in the novel a bit, because there's bits that they show, but I don't really know how you would convey that, I guess. Where, like, you know, in the Martian, he's sending like the logs back, and he's like keeping himself busy that way. Like in Project Hail Mary, he's just thinking to himself, and like it's all, you know, inner monologue.
Yeah.
So you know the bit where like he goes down the tunnel, and there's all these different like portions, and then there's one bit that's glass. In the book, he's like, oh, this creature's trying to figure out, can I see? And if so, what can I see through? And so it gives all these different panels of different materials, and it's the glass one. So then it's like, oh, you can see through glass.
Yeah.
So that's obviously how you can see. And then the language thing goes on for fucking ages in the book.
Yeah, you can tell that's really kind of like skipped.
Yeah,
through
because
the
also
movie.
like, it's like, you know,
it's too much. The movie's long enough as it is.
Yeah. Like, it's a fucking like 500-page book. It doesn't need to be all there.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like they're able to do it in The Martian. The Martian's only a few hundred pages, I think, and it's like it's a lot more
tangible.
Yeah, it's Mars. It's one guy, and like you can, you know.
It's also like, how do I learn? How does farming work? Meanwhile, Project Hail Mary is like, how does like language work? Which is more interesting to show in film.
Yeah.
I also just loved like Rocky and Grace is the character. Their relationship is just so good. It's just so good. It's like positive male friendship.
Yeah.
Just two dudes that like hanging out with each other and trying to save the world.
Yeah, and they're looking out for each other the entire time. And Rocky doesn't have a face, but like he's still, you know, you still feel for this guy.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know?
One of Patrick said, really, like, you can just sum up things into dog and not dog, and like both characters in this movie are dogs.
Yeah.
And that's why it works.
Why is it actually that the other astronauts aren't? You know, they at the beginning of the movie they're dead.
So in the book anyway, it's that just they're in like hyperspace or whatever, like frozen for like I think it's like 7 years or something like that.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years, and it's just like their systems failed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like their systems just fail. Which I presume it's in this as well. Like their systems just fail, and the reason why he wakes up with amnesia is because of the drug that they give him, which I think is said in the movie as well.
Yeah. It's kind of at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, we give you something that's
kind of in a dead man's shoes kind of way.
Yeah.
But like that wasn't clear to me at all that why the astronauts were just dead when he woke up.
There's certain things where I feel like the film like really like speeds up over.
Yeah. But it makes sense considering if you know it's based on a book and like what the book, it's Andy
Yeah.
Weir or whatever, you know, like that makes sense. But like I was just, if I didn't know anything about it, I'd be like, what's happening here? Why did they skip across this or whatever?
Yeah.
But still, it doesn't affect anything, you know. It's not like a
No.
deal breaker. So
I seen some people giving out saying like, oh, the movie has like millennial like humor and like Marvel
it
humor.
does, yeah,
And it does, but you know what? I don't care. It was funny.
yeah. But it's
There's
still
some
better. Like
There's some bits where I was like, I didn't need like. There's a bit where like he's just walking, he just trips up and he falls off. I was like, I didn't need
yeah,
that. But Rocky walks down the tunnel in one scene and it just holds him waddling down for like way longer than you think it's gonna do that. My entire cinema started laughing. And I was laughing. And at one stage, something Rocky says what happens to his crew, and looked over and Melissa, fucking tears flooding down her face.
yeah. They never woke up.
But like it's so because Melissa, like as soon as she saw it, was like, "Oh no, a rock spider!" Oh.
Yeah.
By the end of it, she loved him
He's a heart of gold.
hard. He's just so
Hard to go.
cute.
Yeah. I know it is great. It's a great movie.
Very good movie.
Great. It's a cinema movie as well.
Oh, it's a proper cinema movie.
IMAX had to be IMAX.
And you know what as well? It's like it's not like it's not too serious. And what I mean by too serious, like it kind of reminded me of like this year's Superman
Yeah.
in terms of like it has this like nice message about working together and getting over all these issues, and it has a positive message and doesn't do anything like super like complex or anything like that. It's just a nice message that's well executed.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, no, it wrapped up in a bow. It's not in a franchise either.
No.
Didn't lead on to anything.
No.
Which is a plus on Superman.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's
That's why
nice.
Superman got 3.5 stars and this got 4.5.
Yeah.
It's a whole half star.
It's a great once off, which is rare.
Yeah, 100%. Is our recommended film arc a good once off? That
yes.
was like exactly like the soundscape that goes on in this movie.
yeah, for the entire movie. Yeah. This movie, it's a once off in the sense that you probably don't need to watch it again. But also, you've seen this movie if you follow this podcast, you've seen this movie a few times.
Man, Dead Man's Letters. I was watching this. I was like, we haven't had like a podcast movie for a while.
Yeah.
This is Paropod coded.
Yeah, this is like I can't believe I'd never heard this movie, until recently, and it kind of makes sense because I've already seen it a few times, in various different forms, and that's not slighting the movie at all. But yeah, Dead Man's Letters. It's exactly what I said at the beginning of the podcast. It's a post-apocalyptic, kind of Soviet era story. 1986 it came out.
My God, this most Soviet movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It's extremely Russian, and it's released around the time of Chernobyl, and set in the aftermath of a nuclear kind of like some kind of Holocaust event, and it's just about people trying to get by in the aftermath when everything is destroyed, and like there's no contact with the outside world, and it's hopeless.
Yeah.
Absolutely hopeless, in a way that like it's similar to Threads in that it's anti-nuclear, anti-war, all those things. But like Threads has the beginning, and it's just the tragedy of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to these people that you're following for the first half an hour of Threads. What happens in the aftermath? Yeah. This movie begins in the aftermath, after things have happened like a while ago, and it's just hopeless, absolutely hopeless. But like it's tragically well done.
Mm-hmm.
It's very well shot. Like I think you were saying, the director was a protege of Tarkovsky.
He's a student of Tarkovsky or something, and like you can tell.
Yeah, it's
oh
the
my
same
God.
like slow, deliberate shots, like very meditative.
Not really much happening. Like there's conversations that I feel like it's one of those movies where, because it's like so slow, and like the conversations are like so about things, that like you've loads of times to think about. Like I
Yeah.
really started like hyper focusing on the fact like they're underneath a museum. They're in a museum bunker. They're under the wreckage of history
Yeah.
and art and all this stuff. I was like, whoa.
They're part of the museum now. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, it's like slow. You're thinking about it the entire time, and it has yeah, it's like the kind of reaching toward like a poetry of the apocalypse, rather than just kind of trying to, I don't know, like to impress something upon you. It's not like, look at how terrible this is. It's like there's something universal in it. The same way, like if you watch Stalker, it's like it's something similar,
Yes.
but like Stalker's like spiritual as well.
Yes,
Like,
Stalker's like metaphysical nearly in what it's talking about.
Yeah, it's very much more so like abstract. It's like this
Yeah.
is about this, but it's also clearly about a lot of other things. This movie is like very much rooted in what's happening, you know, in the frame. But at the same time, everything that everyone was talking about is universal. Like they're talking in the aftermath of everything that's happened, you know, including what's happening now, and what was happening then. And,
You know the
you
way that at one stage the fella's like, "Oh, I have a theory as to how this war started," and it was a guy that just he was the system had a glitch and he was too late to stop the nukes going off.
yeah.
I have always heard, and like I don't know if this is a true story or not, but I remember hearing this like in history class that like there's two moments where like nuclear war almost occurred, and it's Chernobyl, and the second time, sorry, not Chernobyl, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and then the second one is that there was a glitch in the in the Soviet side, and a guy was like, "No, that's not real," and he turned it off.
Yeah. That was in like '83, I think.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
like that's like this movie is like, well, what if he was
Yeah.
7 seconds late and he was slow because he had a cup of coffee and he didn't see it in time.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I don't know if like that was public knowledge, but like that was a real thing. Yeah, there was a glitch or something happened, but basically there was one guy in Soviet the Soviet Union that like saved the world basically because he was just like,
He didn't trust the system.
that's probably not right.
Yeah.
And but like if
He
he
got
was,
in shit afterwards. I heard. I'm pretty sure they sent him like the
they probably
gulag.
executed him. Yeah.
Like they were like, you should have like
should have followed orders.
you
Yeah.
should you disobeyed orders. Yeah.
Yeah, even though he saved the world. But yeah, it's like because like the movie basically follows like it's like an old man, and he's like what is he like he's like a physicist.
Yes, he's a physicist.
He's a scientist anyway.
He's a Nobel Prize winning physicist.
Yeah, like he's this genius, and he's living underground in this like bunker, and there's bunkers all over wherever they are. I don't know where they are. They're somewhere in
Some
Russia.
Eastern European bloc country.
Yeah. And he's there with his wife, and everybody's fucked because they have like radiation sickness, and he can't go above ground because it's still covered with fallout. And
there's something horrifying about those. I think only the Russians had those Russian like gas mask suits. Fuck.
Man, they're cool as
They
fuck.
are
They
the
are so cool.
scariest fucking things.
They are so cool, but they look so cool, you know. But yeah, they are terrifying.
Do you ever see that clip? And I don't know if it's real or not, but it's like a Reddit post where someone's like, "Oh, I ordered this Chernobyl suit, and it was actually radioactive."
Chernobyl suit,
Yeah, he bought like a Chernobyl suit,
like merchandise from Chernobyl, or like
well, it's like a radiation suit, and he said like, "Oh, it's an authentic one."
Oh right, yeah,
And he's like, "This thing is
it's radioactive.
This thing is radioactive. I'm fucked."
Yeah. Why would you buy that?
Yeah, well, I
That's
don't know if it's
insane.
probably fucking bollocks, but you know, it's probably, it's probably shit.
Yeah. But yeah, they're all trapped in this bunker, and he's there with his wife, and everyone's really sick, and they're in the rubble of their lives, you know. And he's
and everything else.
and but his son is somewhere out there, and the entire movie is basically him, dead man's letters. It's a letter of this walking dead man, basically, to his son, who we don't know where his son is. He doesn't know where he is.
He was also definitely dead.
He's somewhere on the surface. His son is 100% dead. But
So
like,
who's the dead man? Whose letters is it? Is it the man sending them or the man receiving them?
yes.
And he's not even writing all the letters; he's thinking them in his head for a lot of them as well.
Yeah. It's just like this therapeutic thing that acts as the narration of the movie as well. And yeah, he's just being like mad poetic and like kind of like a scientific approach. To like hypothesizing how exactly the war started, and you know how they how they could mitigate the impacts. But the entire time, it's just like any interaction he has with another character, it's just like fucking give up, man. There's like no hope. just don't even bother. Like he goes to the doctor, and the doctor's like, he starts laughing at him.
He's like, why are you even trying?
Yeah, there's no hope. He's like, I'm not feeling well. And he's like, yeah, you need a fresh mountain air and a walk by the sea or something like that, and just starts laughing at him. Like there's just like the movie is absolutely hopeless, and every character has some kind of like they're all like completely despondent, or they're in like a mad rage of ranting and raving about
How
the
awful
folly
the
of
world
man.
is.
Yeah, how we got in this position and how humans are worthless and we didn't use what we were given by God.
And even like, oh, this was inevitable with how humans are.
Yeah.
Like
This is the inevitable
yeah.
end
Yeah.
of everything that we've done. Yeah, and like with other movies like this, especially a Western movie would be there'd be some kind of arc.
Yeah, I always think like if you look at threads and did we watch that one about the British couple, the animated one where the wind blows, I think it was called.
Where the wind blows, I haven't seen it anyway.
No, okay, right. That movie is also similar. Like it's a nuclear war film or whatever like that. And it almost like I feel like especially with Western films, they would be like pointing at the camera and be like, stop, like make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This movie does not do this. I feel like this movie like points to the camera and goes like, this will eventually
Buckle up,
happen.
bitch.
Yeah, this will
It's over.
This will eventually happen.
yeah. Like the only thing they have is at the end. It's like it's a quote from like Einstein and like Bertrand Russell and stuff, being like, we shouldn't go to nuclear war. There should be no nuclear war. And then it's like a thank you to some group of Soviet scientists that were opposed to nuclear war. It's just like the movie is anti-war, but like in Threads, for example, there is an arc, but the arc goes down, and the whole thing is the message is obviously, look what they had at the beginning, and look what they have at the end. Like the opening scene relative to the last scene, where it's like they can't even speak English anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's like reverted back to like
chimp.
the monkey world. Like it's just primitive society. But there is an arc. As the same message as this film, but this film doesn't have that kind of conventional structure that you'd imagine, or that we're that we're encoded to kind of expect in a movie like that, because it begins with hopelessness, and then it just ends with hopelessness.
It ends with slightly more hopelessness.
Yeah. It just kind of gets more hopeless as you go on. And I was surprised because I was expecting something to happen, because he's just kind of trying to make do. His wife ends up dying, like a horrible, painful death, and he buries her, and he's telling his son about it in his letters, which his son will never receive, and he's completely alone in this post-apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah,
even being abandoned by everyone else in the bunker, because they're being
central.
Yeah,
hub.
they're being evacuated to central bunker. He's not going to be allowed in because he's too old.
He's got all those kids with him, and I think the kids are a huge part of this movie. Like
the kids are big, yeah.
Like the ones at the start of the movie, he comes across like this place, like an orphanage, and there's all these kids, and the kids won't be allowed in because they are so traumatized that they are catatonic.
They can't speak.
And they don't react to anything. And he ends up with them basically at the end of the movie, where they're slightly better and they're reacting to things. But this is after we've watched a flashback of the start of the bombs dropping.
Yeah.
And he goes into a hospital trying to find his son, and storms into this room where there's just children screaming in pain and agony and getting like their limbs amputated just like quickly, and like it's. And then they
have real footage of that as well, don't they?
Oh,
or just like there's like real gore in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was looking at it, like, I don't think this movie's got the budget for that. Fuck me.
Yeah.
And then he ends up with the kids, and then the kids, they are celebrating Christmas, but like it's like this weird, like timeless, like the way that they're measuring time is all off. And it's like today's Christmas, and they like the Christmas, and he dies, and the kids go off into the wasteland. It's like, what else are we gonna do? And it's like such a movie where it's like, yeah, like we're like, the older generation are like suffer, but the kids, the youth, they're the ones that are gonna suffer.
Yeah.
They won't. They
They're
won't
gonna
have.
keep going.
They won't have They won't have any chance. At least you. At least you had a life. These will never have one.
Yeah. And he's there dying after, like, he's done nothing wrong. Like, he's just
Yeah.
and he's like there laying dying after suffering all this, lost his entire family, taking in this entire orphanage full of like mute children.
Give
And
them
then
Christmas.
he gives them Christmas, and then he's like, I'm about to die, and they start grilling him, being like, this is
Yeah.
all your fucking fault, old man, and and it's just but like it's like understandable, because that's the message. It's like,
That's
you
the
know,
message, yeah.
they're passing, like, what, you know, how did you let this happen? And yeah, it's just, and that's the end of the movie. Like, that's
That's it.
that's it. Yeah, it's very, very grim.
Yeah. It's,
Very, very grim, but
like-
it's a beautiful movie.
Oh my god! Like
Beautiful movie. The sound is great. The claustrophobia is great. The gear that they with
It's
the gas
the
masks.
most like atmospherically oppressive movies I've ever watched. Like,
Yeah.
it is thick. It is like they go outside. It's all sepia. Like, everything is sepia tone. If it's not sepia, then it's this weird, horrifying blue that they got going on. But they go outside, and like there's the wind and the clouds. You can't see anything 10 feet in front of you. In the distance, there's just people like stumbling through wreckage and rubble in these fucking terrifying gas mask suits. And yet the sound design is all like metallic drones and
yeah.
wailing, and it's awful stuff. And then when you're inside, you're in these crammed, closed up bunkers.
Yeah, dirt floors and just the sound of the machinery going in the background,
Yeah.
like life support systems. It's very well like orchestrated, like the whole production. Like, it's very, very well done. Yeah, and like your man being a student of Tarkovsky is really, really apparent.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there isn't that sense of spirituality, or it's like
No.
there's a big presence of religion, which is there, but like it's basically like it's a sideshow. It's not it's more like something that they're resorting to because they've nothing else left, rather than something that they're
Hoping,
accessing through like an ascension beyond their, you know, immediate circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know, it's grim.
It's grim.
It's a grim movie.
It's a bit grim. It's a bit of a dark one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like it's 90 minutes and it's 85 minutes and fucking nothing happens.
yeah.
Like, it is glacially slow.
Because it's all dialogue,
It's all dialogue, like nothing.
or not even just monologue from him half the
Yeah.
time,
And then just like it's like the atmosphere and vibes and
yeah.
just a grim.
The guy
Jesus.
kills himself in the shelter in front of his son.
Yeah, his son goes mad afterwards. Like, there's just no hope in this world, like, at all. It's the grimmest movie.
So depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think this is like the most, but like it's not like, I don't even want to say it's like is it nihilism? I don't know if it's nihilism. I guess I suppose it is.
I think it's kind of the reverse. It's like
It's understandable nihilism. Like, yeah, fair enough. I guess if you wrote this, shot this, and released it the same year where Chernobyl happened, you're just like, yeah, even if we don't, like, you know, blow each other up, like, what if one of these nuclear reactors go off and we just fucking die anyway?
yeah. But also, like, you know, it is kind of like the characters are all talking about how this was inevitable, but like the movie is still basically anti-war. It's still be like the message is still fundamentally, don't let this happen. You don't want this to happen to you, like that kind of way. Like, it's not. I don't think it's nihilistic at all, but like it's just extremely grim, and it's like this is definitely a possible future for you if you don't do this. And like also the context is like it's like late 80s Russia, or Soviet Union. This is a country that like literally committed suicide like 5 years later.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's like they were falling apart.
Yeah.
And Chernobyl just happened. It's just kind of like it's a product of its time.
We're a superpower that, like, couldn't, you know.
They had an insight into what that was, or what that feeling was at the time. So yeah, maybe we'll watch that back with Treads, you know, just
Yeah.
to cheer us up.
Yeah, double bill. This, Treads, and I don't know, Shrek 2.
Shrek 2, yeah.
Just to give yourself a fucking chance of
2012.
not like killing yourself. Yeah, 2012. I said, don't worry, if it's not nuclear world, then the world will just end.
Yeah.
Right, shall we leave it at that?
Let's leave it there. What's your recommended film for episode 172?
Yes, we are going to watch 1988's Alice, directed by Jan Zankmeyer. It's a Czechoslovakian movie. Oh, am I right in saying that? I think I am. It's a Czech movie. Czechoslovakian. Swiss. No, Czechoslovakia. Okay, I'm right. It's a Czechoslovakian movie. It is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but really, really weird.
It looks good.
It looks weird.
Looks interesting.
It looks weird and interesting. The tagline on Letterboxd says, "A film made for children, perhaps."
Well, does that mean it's not made for somebody had a lot of questions?
I got questions. Right? Like,
Yeah.
why is this not made for kids?
It is about Alice in Wonderland, no?
I don't know why. I just kind of like blank stared off into the distance there after I said that. Like blue screened.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm
Right.
excited. Let's go.
Shall we leave at that?
Yes.
Good night. God bless.
Bye.